Hi, I'm Jeff Bailey. I'd like to share some of the inspiration that opened Yoga Loft and is now closing Yoga Loft. See, yoga has been a part of my life now for about 35 years. I remember walking out of my first class in my early 20s and just feeling so inspired. And I asked the teacher, what is yoga? What is this thing? And the answer was, well, it means to join. I said, well, what does it join with? We spend so much time pulling ourselves apart. Why does it mean to join? Well, he didn't really have an answer. And for 10 years, I practiced yoga, I traveled, and nobody seemed to have an answer to that question, but I kept asking it. It's kind of a riddle. You know, we want to solve the riddle of life. And so I kept asking that question. And then in 1990, when I landed in Boulder, the answer came when I opened up A Course in Miracles. I recently did a search on that word, and it's in there 431 times, the word join. And yoga joins. I was so inspired by that and by the practice and insights that were coming into me about the practice. I started writing a book. It's called The Yoga Mind. And one day, about 10 years ago now, Lori and I were driving down Broadway, and she, out of the blue, said, "Hey, Jeff, if there was a place in South Boulder that we could open a yoga studio, would you want to?" I closed my eyes and scanned South Boulder and realized there was no good place in South Boulder for a yoga studio. But I said yes. And the universe heard yes, Lori heard yes, and within a week or two, Lori had found this space. People were coming together to make it all happen. And it just grew and blossomed. We've expanded 3 times since. And the whole thing about this space was to have a studio where those who needed or wanted it the most could practice. And a true place to come and heal, which led to the question that I get asked a lot is, what styles of yoga did you bring into Yoga Loft? Why? And how did you choose your teachers? Well, there were 2 primary guidelines, both inspired. The first guideline was kindness. You just had to be kind and come from your heart. The second was consistency, which is another word for honesty. If we're consistent in our actions, then we're honest. And those guidelines were remarkable filters. They kept the place drama-free. They kept it clean. They just kept it alive and kept it as a healing atmosphere. Every once in a while, I'd have to let somebody go, but most of all, the people just filtered themselves. In short, I would just say this place was inspired, and the inspiration just continues to come as we finish this wave and step into the unknown. The online classes will continue. I'm very much looking forward to sharing the practice with you online, and I know that new doors will open up. I feel guided. It's what I'm supposed to be doing, and so many of you have come forward and provided your support, but you're all friends. I'm just so grateful for every single one of you that have given me the opportunity to share this practice, and really it's to you that I bow. It's just with humble gratitude. I'm so grateful. I love you. Namaste.